Hey, collective, it's Anne Marie. Happy, magical, marvelous Monday. Meow. I hope everyone's doing well. Hopefully, this video doesn't glitch. I post a lot of videos this weekend, but I've had the most amazing ones glitched, and the voice was not matching up with the video, and it got all, I don't know what the hell happened. I guess I wasn't supposed to give the message. However, when I got home, Galaxy and Mr. Bees are my boys, my cats. We're looking out the window and getting all little, I don't know, making the little cackling noise. So I looked outside and I saw this amazing, beautiful squirrel digging this hole and then putting his nut in the air. And I have the video, I'll attach it, and him covering it up, right? And so anytime I'm drawn to certain things, especially when it comes to nature, I learn everything from Mother Nature. I sat there and watched, and so I wanted to meditate on it. And I'll just share briefly, I won't go into detail. Here's some of the downloads I got after eating my angry cat. Some of the downloads that I got, obviously, a lot of it's, pretty common sense. It's like planning for the future, trusting in a larger natural order, harvesting what you can, planning wisely, conserving energy, trusting in the universe, and unintended abundances, and reaping what we sow. So those were like the main things of seeing a squirrel digging up their nuts, I guess. Digging up their nuts. They're digging their nuts. We're going to get through it. We're going to get through this. So I want to pull on that. And a lot of us know, we reap what we sow. So I'm hoping it goes in the positive about, you're about to reap what you sow, or those who've come against you, the shit they've done to you, they're about to reap what they sow. The wintertime obviously is very significant. Preparation for wintertime. All right, ancestor spirit guides, what do we need to know about this, please? Those were the two that were trying to come out. That's funny. Learn the lesson and fresh opening. So, an unexpected event may have disrupted your plans, but don't be discouraged. This is a reminder from above. Learn the lesson, uplift your spirit, and step forward boldly to the future. The future is yours to create. Fresh opening. Destiny has opened a new door for you. Let yourself dive into the fresh life. Open your heart fully and welcome this gift that you deserve. What occurred last fall or winter time? There's something, if this resonates for you, there was a situation or a disconnect from a person or a situation or a group, but there's something that occurred this time last year, around this time, whether it's fall, or it could have been at least 2 or 3 years ago, but around the same time. And there was a lesson that you were supposed to learn. And by recognizing what this lesson is, it's going to have a fresh opening to you. This unintended abundances, right? I want to know, because I'm nosy. What is this reaping what you sow? What is the reaping what we sow, Spirit? The person that did something to you 2 to 3 years ago around the fall or winter are reaping what they're sowing. They didn't plan accordingly. They didn't plan for you to wake up. They didn't plan that you would speak your truth. They didn't plan on you coming back from whatever they did. This is the unexpected abundance, possibly. They didn't want you to let go of the old you. They wanted you to stick. I'm having a hell of a time, so when you know, you know. They wanted you to stay sick. I was going to say it again. Sick and stuck in the same cycle. They didn't want you to let go of the old you because you're not who you were. So you honor your past, but you don't cling to it. If this is something you've been working through, this is the season to do it as well. But these individuals, whoever this is, they are having a hard time letting go of the old version of you. They had a huge misconception of who you were. They completely misunderstood you. They thought your silence was weakness. They thought your kindness was ignorance or nativity. They thought you were naive because you were kind, right? And we got right here the guilt trap. Right, the guilt trap. Trying to put you in this guilt trap, or maybe this is what they tried to do. They're trying to guilt you if this person's still around. But this person or individual did not want to let go of this old version of you. They've been trying to cling on to it. So they may be trying to come back into your energy to kind of repeat patterns or cycles. But because, right, you've learned the lesson, right? Because you've learned this lesson. It's not about, I'm not going to let narcissists in my life. It's deeper than that. You are not who you were a year, 2, or 3 years ago, up to 3 years ago. You are not the same person, nor should we be. But you've gone through profound change and growth in your life. And part of you don't even resonate with the old version of you. It's almost like a stranger, like a stranger. Someone's trying to bury what they did to you. And we got this unexpected grief. We got quite a few. Yeah. The lesson that hopefully that you learned was this unexpressed grief. And I pulled this the other day or the weekend about this unexpressed grief, but this is something different. So you've learned your lesson about not repressing your grief or your sadness. Maybe you've processed losing this person out of your life, not death, but you removing them or you removing yourself out of the situation, right? You've become aware of your self-sabotage, how you may sabotage yourself when you're around people, places, things, or energies that aren't meant for you. They kind of try to pull you back to this old version of you because these are breaking karmic cycles. These are amazing cycles that you've been breaking and realizing that they're karmic, right? And it says, recognize repeating patterns and take action to break generational wounds, right? And we read the sabotage one before about where are you unconsciously blocking your own growth, identify your patterns. But this all goes back to this person, though. The fear of love. This person, it doesn't have to be romantic. You may have been a really good friend to this person or a family member. It could be a lover or whatever. And they feared the love. They feared your kindness. Again, you showed up being your happy little go-lucky self. You possibly were naive to the shenanigans that were going around, or just naive because why would someone treat you the way they treated you when you were just kind to them, when you were just trying to help them out? You may have been guiding them spiritually or giving them advice or suggestions, and they just thought you were fucking dumb. They thought you knew everything, that you were better than them, but you weren't. You were coming from an authentic, honest place, but they perceived it as you being a know-it-all. And that was part of the naivety, can't say a word, you by being naive, because you weren't even thinking that that's the feelings or the response you would get from people that you were just trying to help. But because they haven't dealt with their own trauma and their own stuff, we're not going to go into that. They saw you as a target. Right. They masked happiness. They thought you were masking. They thought you were pretending that you were this happy person. They thought you were pretending that was 909, that you were the life you were leading. So they tried to take advantage of you. But they're reaping. The whole point is this. They're reaping what they're sowing now. What they've sown with you. And this is like releasing judgment. So as long as you have been letting go of the old you, you've released the judgment of the old versions of you. Rightfully so. Know that we're in the Mercury retrograde, so people may try to come back into your energies. Always, a lot of people say this. Just be very mindful of who you let back in your energy, if you let any of them back. Which, do what you want to do. I'm just, remind yourself, if you're ever tempted to reconnect with someone, remind yourself of what was the cause of the disconnection before. And that usually can help you ignore the call or not text back. So I hope you... Look at him. I know you're burying your nut, Mr. Squirrel. Look at his little paws. Look at his little hands. He's so cute. Look at him. Mr. Squirrel, you burying your nut for the winter? Save your nuts for the winter. Wait a minute. Oh my God, it's so cute. He looks like he doesn't have a head now.